Let me say that each and every year, as Ms. Gramp mentioned, this school board participates in an external audit in conjunction with the Board of Supervisors. We all sit together, we hear the reading of the findings, and we all have an opportunity to answer questions or ask questions to be answered from the way the audit was conducted. And from what I remember from the last audit, there was no material deficiencies that were noted by the school division in our procedures. Not only that, we have others. I have here Brown and Edwards certified public accountants who audit Spotsylvania County public schools and school activity funds. That's done as well. And in that audit, again, there was no material deficiencies that were listed. But this notion that we somehow are not subject to audit or that we reject auditing of our books is simply false. And I'm just going to say it again, the reports speak for themselves. If someone wants to see the results of the audit, you just ask for it and we'll be glad to provide it for their review. And they can see that we not only participate in it, but we actually review the results of those findings and try to incorporate any deficiencies that were listed to make us a better organization. So that's just that part. But there's also a discussion about monies and how we spend monies in the school division, specifically the football fields. Well, first of all, I think the public needs to understand that the football fields were voted on in a bond referendum in 2014. It was overwhelmingly supported by this community, which included the artificial turf football fields, more so than any other bond referendum to include transportation or general services that passed. And so all we're doing is following along with the will of the people as they voted for those fields to be implemented in our educational infrastructure. But there's been some great advantages that we've received thus far from having the fields available. We had some very bad inclement weather just a couple weeks ago, and Spotsylvania High School came down to Cortland High School a couple weeks ago on Friday and had their scrimmage game because the field was playable, whereas their field was unplayable. And if they tried to play on Spotsylvania's field, it would have created significant damage to that field. The day before that, Riverbend High School had their scrimmage at Cortland High School. One of the things that I try to tell everyone is that there's some not only great advantages in terms of scheduling, but there's also great advantages because it's a community asset. Soon we will allow for, especially when all the fields are completed, for Parks and Rec to have access to those fields so that they can use them as well for their scheduling. But one of the unique features of the field is that the field has a special padding on the field, which significantly reduces concussions from whiplash when players fall to the ground. Now, it doesn't, obviously you can't control the targeting or helmet-to-helmet contact, but when players fall to the ground, that's when most of the concussions occur. And this field, because of its unique pad, has a special cushion that has significantly, it's been proven to significantly reduce concussions. So we're really proud of that. But we'll find and see that we'll be able to glean other benefits from the fields as a result of a lack of having to water or cut or repaint and actually use in terms of not having to purchase additional land for the increased usage of fields in our community. Those are a few of the advantages that are available to us by making this investment in the artificial turf fields that I think are overlooked by the general public. The other thing I want to talk about is this notion that somehow the school division just spends money and that no one has any controls over the amount of money that we spend. Is, in my opinion, is absolute nonsense. A while back, this school board faced down changes and structural changes in health insurance costs for our employees. And our employees weren't really thrilled about the idea of debundling our dental insurance, and they weren't thrilled about the structural changes that we made in the deductibles. And we also made some adjustments in the way we handled our prescription drugs. But as a result of that, this school division to date has saved $4 million in recurring costs. And let me say that again, $4 million in recurring costs. In fact, we were so proud of this achievement that we presented the same plan that we used to control our health insurance costs to our Board of Supervisors at a joint meeting and told them in specific detail how we went about making and gleaning these savings for the tax-paying public. This notion that the school board is wasting money is utter nonsense. It's simply not true. We not only are very conscious about the taxpayer dollars, but we've used other cost-saving measures through some really lean budget years to make sure that our ends meet, or we made our ends meet. So I'm really proud of Dr. Baker and his staff for being innovative and considering changes to our health insurance plan, structural changes, which has now led to a new and innovative product, which was health savings plans, or health savings accounts, or high deductible health insurance plans, which are going to save not only the school division a whole lot of money in the future, but it's going to save our employees a tremendous amount of premiums that are going to be paid in their health plans. I don't have time to go into great detail the plans, the health savings plan, how it works. But there's substantial benefits. It's not like a flexible spending account where you lose the money after a year if you don't use it. You get to keep this money forever. And if you, when you retire, if you have money that's left over, you can use it for long-term care insurance plans. You can use the premiums that you saved or the money that's in the health savings account for health, not for Medicare subs, but for drugs, prescription drug plans, and a variety of other things that are health insurance related. So it's a great benefit. The unique benefit that I'm really excited about, that I wish my own health savings plan had, was the fact that our employees will be able to invest their health savings accounts in the market. My plan at work, even though I work in the securities industry, we're not allowed to do that. You're going to have the opportunity to do that. What a phenomenal benefit. And it's going to save our employees a tremendous amount of money, not only in the short run, but in the long run. So with those things being said, I just want everyone to know that, one, we do submit ourselves to audits each and every year. No one on this board has ever denied participating in an audit. And this school division and the school board has always tackled the tough issues, such as health insurance, to get great savings that are going to benefit not only the school division, but the citizens of this county.